Electricast.
Welcome to Her Extraordinary Life by Design, where we celebrate women who are shaping their lives one extraordinary day at a time. I'm your host, Leslie Gaudet, self-care coach for women who are ready to make self-care a priority to support them in life and business. Every week, I'll be speaking with inspiring women from various walks of life who will share their personal journeys and will discover how they have fearlessly carved their own paths as business owners, passionately pursuing their dreams and creating a meaningful impact on their communities. So let's get started. Hello, and welcome to Her Extraordinary Life by Design podcast. I'm your host, Leslie Gaudet, and I want to welcome you to my very first Leslie's Corner monthly Musings and Solutions, where each month I am going to be diving deep into the pressing issues and everyday challenges that we all face, offering not just insights, but actionable solutions. This will be a space where we'll explore new ideas, reflect on personal experiences, and share practical strategies to enhance our lives. And today we're focusing on an incredibly powerful tool that influences our daily lives and decisions, and that is the power of storytelling. Specifically, we'll look at how storytelling can be leveraged to master time management and overcome emotional challenges. Whether you're struggling to balance your schedule or grappling with feelings of overwhelm, the stories we tell ourselves and the narratives we believe can shape our reality in profound ways. In my own journey, I've found that storytelling isn't just about entertainment or passing down traditions. It's a vital tool for personal development and overcoming life's hurdles. Every day, we write our own stories through the decisions we make and the experiences we choose. These stories can either empower us or hold us back. Think about the narrative you've created around time management, whether it's how much time you think you have or how much time you think you don't have, or how you handle stress and emotional challenges. Are you the hero of your story, navigating obstacles with wisdom and resilience? Or do you find yourself cast as the victim, trapped by circumstances? The beauty of our stories is that they're ours to write. We get to write our stories every day. By consciously choosing the narratives we tell ourselves, we get to and we can transform our approach to our daily challenges and turn overwhelm into opportunity and stress into learning moments. Embracing storytelling as a strategy isn't just about changing what we do. It's about transforming how we see ourselves and our ability to control and enjoy our time. It's a powerful shift that begins in the mind, but plays out in every aspect of our lives. So I'm going to unpack these concepts and show you how changing your stories can change your life. Poor time management is a universal challenge that can lead to stress, missed opportunities, and dissatisfaction. However, storytelling can provide both insight and solution to these issues. Consider the story of one of my previous clients, who I'll call Sarah for sake of privacy. Sarah is a project manager who aspired to live a fully realized life, achieving her goals and overcoming fears. Yet she found herself struggling with time management, which affected every aspect of her life, from her professional responsibilities to her personal well-being. Sarah shared, "I was always too tired, dealing with late nights, late dinners, and a very long to-do list that weighed me down. Despite my efforts, I felt trapped in a cycle of unproductivity. Her days were packed yet unfulfilling, leading to feelings of depression and a diminishing sense of self-worth. This diminishing sense of self-worth often had Sarah telling me that she felt unworthy or deserving of better, and that she often felt that she was stuck in this life she was living and didn't see the possibility that change could happen because she felt it wasn't possible for her." This was a story that Sarah told herself many times over, which led to her procrastinating in the very beginning of working together. Her sense of self was at an all-time low. But when we finally got to the root of her limiting beliefs, she learned that she could change the narrative and that she is the author of her story. With coaching, Sarah embarked on a journey of personal storytelling, reshaping her narrative around self-worth, learning to believe that things could change and that she could make better choices in how she managed her time. This involved identifying the root causes of her low self-esteem, her stressors, and learning to reorganize her schedule to make sure that prioritizing her well-being became a non-negotiable part of her day-to-day. Storytelling exercises helped Sarah see her negative self-talk and her time management struggles not as failures, but as areas for growth and redefinition. The forgiveness exercise was a turning point for me, Sarah mentioned, highlighting how working together helped her reframe her thoughts and emotions. And this approach helped her release guilt and reframe her experiences positively. As she changed her story, her self-talk became more encouraging and her approach to managing her time transformed. She began to see positive results, not immediately, but progressively, illustrating the powerful role of patient, narrative-driven change. This example of Sarah not only illustrates the impact of negative self-talk along with poor time management, but it also showcases how storytelling can guide us in reimagining and reclaiming our thoughts and reframing them so that we reclaim ourselves, our inner hero, and we take back our time. And when it comes to our personal boundaries around time, it's about writing a new chapter where we are no longer victims of our schedules, but authors of our own empowered lives. Incorporating specific storytelling techniques, such as narrative restructuring and visualization exercises, can be incredibly effective. For instance, I often guide clients like Sarah through a process where they visualize their life with a positive outcome, going deep into their why for what they do, their mission, their life vision, scripting it as the hero of their story, and visualizing the amazing life they want to step into living. This helps shift their mindset from seeing time as an adversary to viewing it as an ally. Another powerful technique is the use of metaphorical storytelling, where clients assign characters and narratives to different aspects of their lives. This can externalize problems and make them more manageable. For example, Sarah began to view her procrastination not as an intrinsic flaw, but as a mischievous character in her story, one that she could learn to outsmart with the right strategies. If you find yourself relating to Sarah's story, don't beat yourself up. Engaging in storytelling exercises like visualizing your future self can teach you to reframe negative self-talk and shift the ownership of your emotions. By embracing a more empowering view of your self-worth, you encourage more positive actions. Procrastination, too, can be viewed as a learning tool rather than a setback. See it as a character in your story that requires a narrative shift. This approach helps you gain control over your time management, turning overwhelming challenges into triumphs of self-mastery. Like Sarah, by understanding and adjusting your narrative, you can transform procrastination into a powerful ally in your journey toward effective use of your time. One of the most profound emotional aspects of time management struggles is the feeling of being trapped, a slave to one's schedule with no room for personal growth or happiness. This often leads to constant irritability and an overwhelming sense of despair, marked by the dangerous narrative that one isn't worthy or deserving of a better life. I remember asking myself, is this all there is for me? As I grappled with the realization that my life was passing by without any true fulfillment. I felt like I was stuck in a perpetual cycle of dissatisfaction, believing I had no time for myself and that there was no way out of this suffocating routine. The turning point came for me when I made a radical decision to quit my full-time job and stepped into entrepreneurship as an independent contractor, where I now support for the last 6 years a team of lawyers and paralegals. That's part of my business. This leap of faith opened up my schedule, allowing me to breathe, engage in self-care, and embark on a journey of self-development. Through this process, I learned to love the new person I was becoming, and eventually I stepped into my role as a coach, the second part of my business. To help you navigate similar feelings, I recommend a storytelling exercise I call rewriting your day. Start by visualizing your ideal day from the moment you wake up to when you go to bed. Write it down in as much detail as possible, focusing on how you manage your time, the emotions you feel throughout the day, and the activities that bring you joy. Reflect on this vision and compare it with your current daily routine. Identify areas where your actual day falls short of your ideal day. Ask yourself what changes you can make to align more closely with this vision. This exercise isn't just about wishing for a different reality. It's about actively planning and taking small, manageable steps towards a day that reflects your true desires and values. By engaging in this exercise, you encourage yourself to move from feeling overwhelmed and undervalued to empowered and proactive. It's a way to reclaim your narrative, demonstrating that you are not only the author of your story, but you're also capable of transforming it into a tale of triumph and self-mastery. So now I want to explore some common challenges with you that are related to time management and emotional struggles through some hypothetical scenarios. These examples, I hope, will help demonstrate how storytelling techniques can provide practical solutions. Scenario number 1, overwhelmed by overcommitment. Imagine Mary, a project manager who feels constantly behind schedule because she has said yes to too many projects. Her day is packed with back-to-back meetings, many of which are unnecessary, and tasks that could easily be handled by others. This chronic overcommitment is leading to significant stress and a feeling of constantly being behind. To address this, Mary can employ the character and conflict storytelling method by viewing her situation as a narrative where she's the hero confronting the villain of overcommitment. She begins by identifying and writing down specific conflicts, such as those unnecessary meetings or trivial tasks. She then scripts out resolutions like delegating tasks to team members and establishing firmer boundaries around her availability. By identifying specific conflicts like unnecessary meetings or non-essential tasks, she can script resolutions such as delegating tasks or setting firmer boundaries. This reframing helps her regain control and reduce stress. Now let's look at scenario 2, paralyzed by perfectionism. Consider Tina, a talented graphic designer who often misses deadlines because she is fixated on perfecting every detail, even when it's not necessary. This perfectionism not only slows her productivity, but also increases her anxiety about meeting client expectations. Tina can employ the plot twist storytelling technique to change her narrative around perfectionism. Recognizing that striving for absolute perfection in every task is unrealistic and counterproductive, Tina adopts the mantra, done is better than perfect. She applies this by prioritizing completion and high-quality work within reasonable limits, particularly for routine projects. For critical tasks, she allows herself to focus more on details, but remains mindful of deadlines. This approach helps Tina balance her workload effectively, enhance productivity, and reduce stress, allowing her to meet her professional goals without compromising her well-being. Now let's take a look at scenario number 3, burnout from lack of breaks. Meet Emily, a freelance writer who has fallen into the trap of working without sufficient breaks, driven by looming deadlines and her freelance hustle. This nonstop work mode has led to burnout more than once, diminishing her creativity and productivity. Emily can adopt the hero's journey storytelling framework, recognizing the importance of self-care and scheduling regular breaks as essential quests in her journey. Each break recharges her energy, allowing her to return to work with renewed focus and creativity, transforming her approach to work and significantly improving her overall well-being, illustrating the power of self-care in sustaining professional creativity and output. As you reflect on these 3 scenarios, consider your own experiences with time management, along with maybe you have emotional challenges because maybe you are emotionally triggered during those times when you're stressed. How could you rewrite your day's story to overcome these challenges? Maybe you could identify a character trait that's holding you back, or imagine a plot twist that could change your outcome. Reflect on these ideas, and if you're inclined, share your stories with me via social media or email. I would love to hear how you apply these strategies to navigate your challenges more effectively. And as you reflect on these scenarios and apply the story techniques to your own challenges, I invite you to engage further. If you have any questions about implementing these strategies or specific challenges you'd like addressed in future episodes, please reach out. Submit your questions and stories to me via email, which you can find in the show notes. Your input helps tailor my content to meet your needs and fosters a community where we all learn from each other's experiences. And if your question is selected for an upcoming episode, you will receive a complimentary self-care mini audit. During this session, we'll discuss your self-care practices, and I'll provide a tailored report to help enhance your self-care strategy. Well, now as we wrap up today, I want to reflect back on what I shared. We explored how storytelling is not just an art form, but a vital tool for personal and professional development. It allows us to reshape our perceptions and directly addresses the common challenges of time management and emotional struggles. We journeyed through hypothetical scenarios that brought to life the struggles and triumphs of individuals just like you, just like me, and discovered that by changing our narratives, we can change our lives. Storytelling empowers us to take control, offering new solutions and perspectives that turn overwhelming challenges into manageable tasks and transform our fears into stepping stones towards success. I encourage you to take these stories and the strategies shared and integrate them into your daily routines. Start small, maybe by rethinking a stressful part of your day or reframing a task you dread into a story of opportunity. Let the power of storytelling unlock new paths to efficiency and fulfillment in your life. Remember, I am here to continue this conversation with you. If today's episode inspired you, or if you have any stories or experiences of your own to share, don't hesitate to reach out, send me an email. Stories inspire and enrich our community, and together we can continue to learn and grow. And if you're looking for continued support in your journey as a female founder of your business and you want some self-care strategies that will help you to work more efficiently, have more energy, have more time to spend with family and friends without the guilt, and lower your stress levels because you're better rested, more focused, and in alignment with your business goals, then reach out to me by email and I'll send you the link for a free 30-minute self-care strategy session. Thanks again for tuning in today. Until next time, keep dreaming, keep believing, and keep designing your extraordinary life one day at a time. Thank you for joining me on Her Extraordinary Life by Design. I hope you've been inspired and empowered by the incredible stories shared on this show. If you enjoyed this episode and the conversations we've had, I would greatly appreciate if you could take a moment to leave a review. Your feedback and support mean the world to me, and it will help others discover the podcast and join our empowering community. Remember to hit the subscribe button so you never miss an episode. Together, we can continue to learn from these amazing women, uncover their extraordinary journeys, and be motivated to create our own lives by design. Thank you again for tuning in. Until next time, stay empowered and keep shaping your extraordinary life one day at a time.
Ever thought about starting your own podcast?
Do you have a business or a message you want to share with the world?
Well, now it's easier than ever with Electrocast. Hi, I'm Mark Netter.
And I'm Peter Rafelson. We're the founders of Electrocast Media.
Whether you want to start a new podcast or already have one, join Electrocast to grow your audience, monetize your content, and build your community.
With our simple sign-up, you get free promotion, world-class analytics, premium ads, and personal support.
Go to electrocast.com and join our community today.
Electrocast. Transform your influence.
Electrocast.
Welcome to Sarah Talk Solutions. Ladies and gentlemen, you've tuned into a bit of a different type of show. I'm Sarah B and I'm your host. You can find me on my IG, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA. I talk about amazing, relevant conversations and topics and what functions that goes on in this magical, wonderful, wonderful city of the City of Angels. My IG, which is Aussie_Sarah_LA.
Electrocast.